Now, lastly, I want to talk about someone who's jealous of Bonang Nomzamo. It is Nomzamo Mbatha.
Guess who's jealous of Adele? Beyoncé.
Doesn't make sense now. Shit just got real, things are getting intense now. I hear you talking about we a lot, oh you speak French now.
Welcome to Let's Literally. Now, this is a show we shine a spotlight on the culture and everything that you should know or already know. Now, superstars, this week has been hot with topics that I didn't even know which to pick and choose, But, I picked some of the, hottest ones that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Charlie Kirk's death, as well as Jimmy Kimmel's Jimmy.
Yeah, but Jimmy want more. Jimmy want more. Jimmy want more.
Kimmel's suspension. We're going to talk about Ivanka Trump and Beyoncé. We're going to talk about Cardi B and the baby, and we also, not that baby, her baby. Let's get that straight.
Let's get that straight, okay?
We're going to talk about Nomzamo Mbatha and Bonang's McDonald's ad, and we're also going to talk about a whole lot more, including Tabo Besta's documentary. But let's get into it. Actually, before we get into it, let me, say that whoever, jinxed me while watching, episode 13, shame on you. Because remember when I said my nails break and everything? And they ask how do you keep them from breaking or anything, and I'm like, oh, they break. This one is broken. Nope. it broke so this is proof to show you guys that they break, but now it looks so horrible. I hate when they break, because now look at this. It looks like a little thummy. But let's get into it. So now President Donald Trump, decided to be programming director of America, and he canceled Jimmy Kimmel's show indefinitely, because Jimmy Kimmel, why am I saying Camel? Jimmy Kimmel made some comments about, Charlie Kirk's death.
We hit some new lows over the weekend with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. On Friday, the White House flew the flags at half-staff, which got some criticism. But on a human level, you can see how hard the president is taking this.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House, which is something they've been trying to get, as you know, for about 150 years. And it's going to be a beauty.
Yes. He's at the fourth stage of grief, construction. Demolition, construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he called a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish.
And he decided, you know what, APC, cut the cameras to his show indefinitely, and we will circle back to him, once, he behaves, I guess, because this is giving censorship, it's giving hashtag freedom of speech until, it's speech that Donald Trump doesn't even like. But, I mean, he wanted, to go ahead and replace, Jimmy Kimmel's do I say, I don't know, but his segmented show, he wanted to replace it with a Charlie Kirk special, I think, for one day. Yes, but it seems like they have dropped that, because now it seems like it will be moving to YouTube. Also, a lot of people have been canceling their Disney subscriptions, because you know what, they are like, why would they take Jimmy Kimmel off show? So let us cancel our Disney subscriptions. And you know what, I am endorsing that. I am saying yes to that. Please cancel your Disney subscriptions if you can, until they put Jimmy Kimmel back on air, because we do not subscribe to any censorship. We do not subscribe to any threats. To get your show canceled if you don't, speak how the president wants you to, to talk. If you don't talk about things that the president only wants you to talk about, we don't subscribe to any censorship in this channel. Now, Beyonce, girl, I really can't keep defending you. And if you don't know the tea, let me tell you all about it. So, Beyonce was spotted sitting across Ivanka Trump. And that caused a bit of stir because, people are screaming guilty by association, especially the Swifties.
Clap if you smell a rat. Well, why didn't you say something? You were scared too, right? All right, well, now we're all together. Rat smelling. Okay.
But a lot of people are, turned off, by this because they're like, why would she do that? And honestly, I can't tell you why. Billboard, people, there were rumors that, Billboard issued a statement saying that, Beyonce actually wasn't sitting across Ivanka Trump. But we all saw the angles, we saw it all, we saw the pictures. I just feel like that's gaslighting by the people because I tried looking, and I don't think Billboard did issue such statement. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me in the comments if you think I'm wrong. But now I can't tell you what went down that night, but I can tell that I kind of think where Beyonce does stand because at the end of the day, she did endorse Kamala Harris. And I also think that, sometimes, when you are in the Billionaires Club, there's not a lot of people that are in that club that, sometimes you're forced to, sit across people that, you don't actually vibe with and sip your champagne while looking them in the eye, and just smile because, that's what happens sometimes, doesn't mean it's right, but it happens, it happens that, sometimes you sit across someone that you don't actually, share the same ideals with and beliefs, but at the end of the day, you just have to suck it up, buttercup, and sit. Now let's get in some baby tea and talk about Rihanna for a second. Let's talk about the rumors that have been circulating that she has given birth to a baby girl. Now we don't even know if she has given birth at all, but it has been circulating that she has given birth to a baby girl, and people are pointing clues to a promo ad that she posted, where, it said femme girl or whatever. And that I guess is confirmation to them that, she has given birth to a baby girl. Now, if she has, congratulations, Rihanna. You have everything that Kim Kardashian ever wanted. I'm kidding.
Beyonce, it's me, Wendy. Happy birthday. 30. It's pretty big. You've got everything that Kim Kardashian wishes she had. A really successful husband, authentic beauty, and a baby. You go.
But congratulations to her. She has officially gotten 3 under 3. And I just feel like at this point, we're still waiting for the album, but I've given up all hope. If she does give it, she is gonna give it. If she doesn't, it doesn't matter anymore. Just as long as Nicki Minaj and Beyonce don't retire at this very least, then I'm happy. Mwah. Now onto some more baby drama. It has been confirmed by Cardi B talking to Gayle King, confirming that she is pregnant with her now boyfriend Stefan Diggs. And now this is kind of messy, because she is still technically married to her husband, ex-husband, I guess, Offset. And now also that is not even, the messiest part, because the messiest part is that now she has released her, much anticipated sophomore album, Am I the Drama? And the biggest thing now is that she has announced that she will be going on tour in February. And she was confirming to Gayle King that she will be giving birth before then. But I'm not even sure. And I'm not even sure about, not that, her birth timeline, but I'm not even sure if she will, carry on with this tour. I just feel like she's gonna push it back because she has, once, canceled the tour over, her pregnancy back in 2018, if I'm getting the dates right. But so this is just so messy to me because now everyone wants her to. I'm pretty sure her label wants her to tour at this point. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that forced her, to put out this second album. Because it has been so long. It's been 7 years without a second album. So you know what? She had no choice at this point because girl, you can't sit all this time and not have an album. You can't sit all this time and not go on tour, she needs to tour for that album. So I definitely don't think that she will cancel it, but I do think it might be pushed back unless she, decides to pull a Beyonce and, decides to get back to work straight after giving birth.
In order for me to meet my goal, I'm limiting myself to no bread, no carbs, no sugar, no dairy, no meat, no fish, no alcohol. And I'm hungry.
So now Netflix dropped their 3-part document. I don't even know if it's 3 parts. All I know is that the episodes I watched were 3. I don't know if there's gonna be more. I didn't, look into that. But they dropped their 3-part documentary series, Beauty and the Beast. And honestly, I don't get the underwhelmed that people were screaming. Some people, I don't know if I don't think that's the majority anyway, because it actually got some great reviews from it got some international recognition. Hey now, I don't know if that's a good thing actually, because now we're trending for wrong reasons. Tabo Besta and Nandi Pa when I catch y'all, but it's trending. The UK and the American audience love it. They have been talking about it. Everyone has been talking about it, how this whole, love romance thing while they're killing and scam. Hey, there's a lot going on in the documentary. If you haven't watched it, I suggest that you do. But what I want to touch on is Pearl Tusi. Now, firstly, I was surprised that Pearl Tusi was there. I didn't know that she was a victim of Tabo Besta, and I'm so sorry that that happened to her. But also, I do feel like she held back. I feel like her story wasn't, it wasn't, because there was just, like, I get this is alleged, maybe, it was, the full version, but I just feel like, there was more to it that she just didn't share, but it had like a few people that like they spoke really well, spoke about the case and everything else. I was also surprised to see Penny Libiani. Okay, Penny Libiani. Okay, Penny Libiani. I was surprised to see her, on it, but not a bad surprise, just surprised overall. But it's a good documentary. So if you haven't watched it, I really suggest that you do watch it. Maybe because also I wasn't following the case closely when it was unfolding, so I really got to get some new information from it. But I guess other people, if they have been following the case, they probably are the ones that are saying it's underwhelming, because maybe they thought like they'd get more information, but they didn't. I was actually surprised to find that Nandi Pa was actually doing really well before Tabo Besta. So I was like, girl, all in the name of love. Hey, I get it. Some people, go crazy over love. But girl, you had it all. You had it all. You had it all. But you know what? Go watch it if you haven't watched it. Yeah. Now, lastly, guess who's jealous of Bonang Nomzamo? It's Nomzamo Mbatha, is what the streets want you to believe. They want you to believe that these two are beefing and are only acting cordial towards each other because of the ad that they had to do for McDonald's. Now, I don't think this is true, because, I've seen the clips, I've seen the TikToks of them together, on set, and they are really cute, there's so many cute moments between them. And people pointed out that they're not following each other, but I don't even think a follow is showing you that people don't F with each other. Maybe they didn't even follow each other to begin with. Sometimes you are still following people you don't even like. So you see, now who is the snake in the room?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But I do know where this beef is coming from. It is coming from South Africans who want you to believe that two beautiful, successful women can't, work together. They want you to believe that, they can't, show each other some love, that they're always gonna be beefing, that one of them will always be the Beyoncé of the stage, And no shade to Destiny's Child. I love my girls, Destiny's Child, Michelle and Kelly Rowland. But that's what they want you to believe. They want you to believe that these two are beefing. But I honestly don't think that they are beefing. I just think, that, sometimes you don't follow each other because you don't just want to follow each other. But now I saw the moments and they really looked, friendly. They looked, cute. They looked like, two girls having fun. So I don't believe those rumors. We have debunked those rumors. All the rumors are false. Yeah. Yeah. So superstars, that is all for today on Lights On with Lëbo. If you are new on this page, please do subscribe, like, comment, and subscribe. For everyone else, for even the new ones, newbies, we welcome you, and I hope that you guys loved everything that is about the show, and that you please do the good thing and subscribe, because we are still a growing show. But yes, superstars, this is it from me. We had, a whole range of topics, from assassinations to births and confirmed pregnancies and tours and beefs and everything. But we're still gonna be back next Sunday. We're gonna keep it real, we're gonna keep it fresh, and we're gonna keep it 100% shady a bit. But yeah, I love you all, superstars, and you know what, I'm gonna see y'all next Sunday.